Okay. Next up, we have Andrea Carignano, speaking from Seac02 of Italy. He will be speaking about both AR. He has both an AR and automotive case study he's going to show, and some work in AR tourism both. And I'm always enthusiastic to see what Seac02 has, as they have very polished production quality that I'm always quite impressed with.
Okay, good morning. I'm Andrea Carignano, CEO of Seac02, and that year for the company is a special year because we are celebrating 10 years of activities providing augmented reality and virtual reality B2B projects. So far we did more than 400 projects, and we have actually 10,000 users of our authoring tool for creating augmented reality campaigns, and we're going to launch a new version in the next month that's going to have the capabilities to use Kinect-based campaigns and Kinect-based interaction with no programming skills at all. The last one, 11,000 running campaign for our mobile platform, and we're going to talk about the R code platform during the presentation. This is just a selection of the customers that we provided through the years. Let me just introduce R code. It is a mobile platform for iOS and Google Play Store for Android. Which are the main features? We have a dedicated backend for the partners. That is a drag and drop interface to create image search and augmented reality based campaign. We have a powerful dashboard analytics that give the users, our customers, key point and KPI to understand how's going on the campaigns published by them. We have both augmented reality, so real-time tracking of images, but at the same time we have image search. That means being able to recognize one image and to grant a service after the image is recognized. We are able to create campaigns that can change according to the time and the date of the phone, and we are able to distinguish markets. So providing content is going to be visible just on a single country and not on the other countries. We're going to see later that it is really important for our customers and for our partners to not share the contents where they don't have the digital rights to provide it. And it is one of the few platforms that is able to create dynamical campaigns. So we are able to talk with web services, providing fresh content to the user every time that he uses the augmented reality application. We can target content straight to the users. That means that every user can see different content according to his needs, his preferences, or the previous usage of other campaigns. We have a rich library of actions that can be embedded in the campaigns, mostly what can be done in a web browser, actually. Very important is the offline usage. We're going to see after, just because it is important. For the tourists, it really is important because, by general, the tourists don't like so much to use the roaming bandwidth when he's abroad because it is too much expensive. And we have a complex engine for the product configurator. I'm going to show you a case history for the automotive market. And the geo-based content. That means that people can see content according to the place where they are. And taking the tracking history of the users, we are able to create treasure hunt creator. Let's talk about the automotive. I want to share you the experience that we did with the Fiat Group. We started working with the Fiat Group 3 years ago, and they were looking for an augmented reality provider that focused on augmented reality. That for them was really important to have a provider that should have a track history, because they want to use today, but they want to use also in the near future, in the future. And the target was to provide them technologies in two targets. One was the branding, and the second one was the customer care services. So to provide services for the end users, for people who already bought the car, to get services connected to augmented reality. For the branding, that spring and this summer, Fiat decided to use augmented reality as a new media to have a link, a cross-media link to the users. So they embedded R-code technology in their customer care application. Right now is out the Jeep application and the Fiat One, and that month gonna be out the other 4 brands. And their goal is for the EMEA market, so Europe and all the states around the Europe, to make all the ATL advertising, all the outdoor advertising, and all the product catalog of the cars interactive, to create an hyperlink with the digital content, and especially to share the cost to create new digital asset that can be affordable just for the main market, also with the minor market that don't have budget to make TV advertising or to engage the customer properly. So it is a sharing of expenses and of budgets, increasing the value of the digital asset and creating a huge option to create new leads. These are the home page of the customer care application, and that is the experience that we did for the first launch of Jeep. They published the catalog of the Grand Cherokee, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, during the Geneva Show Expo this spring. They delivered the pre-catalog, the official catalog gonna be out at the end of June. And 60% of the people that got the catalog use it augmented reality. And all of them use 3.5 average time the augmented reality feature in the catalog, and they spent about 5 minutes over each page that was actually interactive.
To present the new 500L trekking in a cool and exclusive way,
this is
Fiat
the new
has developed a
catalog
new
of
augmented reality
500L
to make the catalog
trekking,
come alive.
and it is a real product
does it work?
configurator
Nothing
stitched
could
on
be
the
easier.
paper.
Just download the free mobile app, Ciao Fiat Mobile, from the App Store or Google Play to start experiencing the 500L trekking configuration and the extra contents, interactive images, and much more. Let's start from the second opening of the catalog. Frame the page with your smartphone or tablet camera and follow the augmented reality app step by step. Opening each step, you will see a video that will help you in the configuration, explaining what to do. In the first step, you can choose the color of your 500L trekking and its roof. After you saved your choice, this configuration will continue in the next step, with more details to add.
On every step that the user go ahead, he's gonna see the previous chosen, because the catalog is dynamic, and we talk with the link server of Fiat, getting the proper images of the car, the proper configuration. So we track page by page the choosing of the users, and the user gonna see the car that he's gonna get at the end. Okay, then the video goes on and the user can finish the configuration. Customer care. Another request for Fiat was to simplify the access to the information how to maintain the car. For that, we built for them the technology embedded in the customer care application to have a quick access to the how-to of how to maintain the car. The application does something really simple. The user just have to point at things inside of the car, so the tire or the dashboard or the lights inside of the dashboard and so on, and you're gonna have the instruction how to change the tires. I look at the dashboard or the air conditioning system, I'm gonna have the information how to activate and how to work with it. We started with the Fiat group, and now probably we're gonna move towards all the other brands, because the end user loved the service because they don't like so much to take the user manual and to search for the information. It is a quick gateway to get available information on time when I need them. On top of that, we are working on making interactive the user manuals. So giving deeper information, give deeper instruction, and of course to give the user the nearest places where to fix the car or to solve specific problem. Tourism. Tourism is a real interesting and growing market. And actually, we cannot talk about just tourism, because tourism is becoming a social tourism and is becoming a social sentiment tourism, because people want to share experience through the social networks. And by general, when a tourist goes around in a new city, he really trusts the suggestion of his friends and of the port that gives a suggestion. And of course, he gives pieces of his experience through internet and through the cloud, creating a huge amount of big data. The problem is that when I'm in front of a building, I know that there is really much, much more than what I see, the building and his history, because there is a digital footprint that has been stitched digitally on everything that we see every single day. And it is called multi-layer identity, actually. The real problem is, when I'm a tourist, I should open 10, 15 different applications to get the information that I want in that moment. And it is not easy, it is time-consuming, it is bandwidth-consuming, and it costs. So we are going to launch next week, actually, using our code, a new way of using the touristic guide, a new series of touristic guides. So trying to put together in just one single application with one simple solution all the information, the historical information, the sentiment information, so we're going to be able to get the sentiment, the pictures, and what the people told in front of the buildings, the services, and so on, with one simple gesture. I'm in front of the building, I point at the building, and I get my personal information. With all the content has been made just thinking how to, with a new way of designing the communication, because we thought what the people want to see when they're in front of the building. By generally want to spend 5 minutes, they want just few information. They don't want that the same information they're going to see on the screen are visible on the building. So we work a lot on how to create the proper tone of voice and a real mobile user experience. What is inside? You're going to have historical information. The user is going to be able to download the guide when he's under Wi-Fi coverage, so he can use offline when he's in front of the building. After the short information in front of the building, he's able, when he go back to the hotel, to have a feature like read later contents. So we're going to provide them deeper information to read later when he's comfortable, when he have time to spend in a comfortable way. So you're going to have longer videos, longer paper, longer information. The social part, it is a mashup of the big data. So we aggregate information from Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and so on, according to some keywords. So you're going to be able to get what the people about love said in front of the building, which picture about love has been shooted in front of the building. So you're going to have a different point of view of the tourism, of the life spent in front of the building. The user can customize and tune up the contents. So I can decide which kind of tone of voice I would like to have in front during my trip around the city. And since we are able to track the usage of the customers and we can know what he likes, he's gonna have a kind of recommendation. So what to see next? What's gonna be the next building that we suggest you to visit? And of course, we provide services. So where are the hospitals in the nearby? Where are the shops where to eat in the nearby? Where are the pharmacies and so the urgency and the important services for the tourist as well. The pilot that gonna go out next week gonna be the Vigevano pilot. It is a small city in the north of Italy, but it's really important because next year they're gonna open the first permanent museum of Leonardo, and Vigevano is really close to Milan, where it's gonna be hosted the World Expo in 2015. So they expect to have huge amount of tourists coming starting by the next year till the end of 2015. They wanted a solution. Since it's a really small city, their problem is that the tourist goes there because they have a lot of nice things to show, but they don't stay there. They don't spend money in the city because they spend 20 minutes and they go back somewhere else to eat. So they think that using augmented reality, getting the people engaged in front of the buildings, they're gonna extend the timing of permanence in the city 1 hour, and after 1 hour, people, for sure, they're gonna drink something or eat something. The smart guides, so the near city guides provided by our code, gonna be delivered starting by September, gonna be free for the end user, so gonna be free of download, free of usage. And we're gonna start with our city actually, Torino, and then gonna come New York, Tokyo, Florence, Paris, London, Milan, Rome, and Prague. Thank you a lot for your attention, and these are my contacts.
Any questions?
A lot of tourism authorities are getting interested in the potential of AR for tourism, and partly on the back of that, at least, they're investing in free Wi-Fi networks. What you have developed there, if I understand correctly, is a model that will, or is predicated on people downloading the app in advance. Will this type of technology lend itself to people being able to use a free Wi-Fi network, or are there technological constraints that make it essential that people download in advance?
Yes, the download in advance, it is the way, it is the backup solution, because actually Vigevano, I didn't told, but it is really nice pilot because we're gonna be one of the few smart cities in Italy, and they provide free Wi-Fi access in the center. So our solution, we ask to download before to have a small footprint and a small bandwidth request. And you are not going to download all the city guides in one pack, but you are just downloading the content according to the building that you are looking at the moment. So just to avoid to ask the user to use too much roaming, but we hope that Wi-Fi smart city is gonna be more and more and more because we can grant better services, and we're not gonna take care so much about the size of the campaigns and the content that people are gonna download. So the Wi-Fi connection is a key factor for succeeding in such kind of touristical guides.
We have time for one last question.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
When I see your project, I'm a little bit concerned about distances between the people and the monument they're looking at. Are you concerned with that? How are you dealing with that? And
yeah,
how far, how close should they be? I'm especially thinking about historical monuments and museums and facades and stuff like that.
Yeah, we work a lot on that, and actually, in a certain level, the distance doesn't matter anymore. So we are able to recognize the building really close or really far. If you are too far, we not apply augmented reality, we just apply visual search. So you're gonna see the overlaid information, but not stitched over the facade. And by the way, we don't think that augmented reality, so to have the information in the proper places, is so important for most of the monument, because just a short selection of the monuments can have benefits of having the real augmented reality information over the monument. What is important is of being able to recognize the monument and to get the content, because it is the gesture that is important. I want to have the information in front of what I'm looking to and when I want. Augmented reality is something wow, interesting and useful just in a short selection of the use cases. What is important is I want it and I get it now and immediately. And we went through also other problems like nighttime, different weather conditions. And we fixed the nighttime, we fixed most of the weather condition. There is only one weather condition that we are not able to fix, that is when it's snowing. Because when it's snowing, every camera of every devices that we tested just see white spotted. You can't see the building anymore. And we don't see a solution actually. So we're gonna say, when it's snowing, no matter, make the snow puppet and enjoy yourself.
Okay, we'll squeeze one last Q&A question here.
Just to follow up on the last question. So when you are scanning in a monument, do you have to be head on into the monument, or can you have angles, or how do you do that?
You can be in most of the angle. Okay, some of the angles we can't work. If you go really close to the monument and you point like that, we're gonna fail. But we made a study trying to understand where the people are in front of the monument according to the cities, because if you are in Italy, you are in a certain boundaries around the monument. If you're in New York, things changes because you have really high buildings, small streets. So by general, the point of view is really straight and really vertical. Yes, but of course we know that in some cases you're gonna fail. In such case, we're gonna ask you, okay, step behind and try again.
Okay, so that concludes the AR in automotive and tourism. Our panelists have stuck around if you want to try and grab them and ask them some private questions. We need to prepare the room for the next session. The AR in print, media, and entertainment at 3 o'clock. Thank you very much.